So welcome everybody. My name is Leticia. I'm the agency manager here at CBR, and today we're going to go over your changes for the 2021 plan year. So on the screen, you'll see the agenda of the items that we're going to be reviewing. We're going to review your medical benefits that are changing from Aetna to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Your dental options and vision options remain the same, and there's some changes to the MetLife plan. So your employer paid life insurance and the voluntary life insurance, disability and long-term disability, and there's some exciting changes with the AFLAC product, so we'll go over those. So the open enrollment starts today and terminates on the 17th of November, which means you have until that day to go into the Darwinet system and complete your enrollment for medical, dental, vision, and AFLAC. All other forms are going to be completed and returned to our HR team. The benefits that you're going to review begin on January 1st, 2021 until December 31st, 2021. In regards to who is eligible, so all employees meeting the eligibility criteria are eligible for all of the benefits aside from yourself, your spouse, a domestic partner, and children up to the age of 26. As I stated earlier, these benefits begin January 1st, and you are locked in for those 12 months for all of your pre-tax benefits. You cannot make any changes unless you experience a qualified event. On the screen, you'll see some examples of the qualified event. So marriage, divorce, birth of a child, loss of coverage, things of that nature. You have 31 days from the date of the event to notify Jasmine in our HR department that you would like to make any changes. Reminder, if you go past the 31 days, you will have to wait until the next open enrollment period in order to make changes. The first plan here on the screen is called the PPO 2500. So this individual deductible is 2500 and the family is going to be 5000. Your out-of-pocket maximum, should you reach that deductible, is $6,350 and $12,700. Keep in mind on this plan, where your deductible comes into play is going to be with your major medical services. So inpatient, outpatient surgeries, durable medical equipment, diagnostics such as CAT scans, MRIs, that's where your deductible is going to come into play. If you don't need any of the services, you do not have to worry about that deductible. Keep in mind all of your co-pays, whether it be for doctor visits, pharmacy, they all go towards meeting your out-of-pocket maximum. Your preventative care on this plan and all of the plans is going to be covered at 100% for the well woman, well child, and well man check. So all the age-appropriate exams are at no cost to you. That's also going to include your your preventative labs. So any labs that are associated with your wellness visit are covered at 100%. Diagnostic labs, so if you have to go in for a test outside of your wellness, you're going to pay the copay depending on where it's done. If you have to do lab work in your doctor's office, you're going to pay the $35. If you're going to do lab work or x-rays in a specialist office, it's going to be $60. If you go to the urgent care, your $75 copay should cover the labs there as well. Emergency room, it's going to be a $250 copay. Pharmacy. So typically for pharmacy, you're going to find those $4 generics at the Fry's, at CVS, at Walmart. You're going to pay always a lesser of $4 to a maximum of $10. Your preferred brand name medication is a $35 copay. Your brand name non-preferred medication is either going to be $60 or $120 depending on the medication. And then if you are taking the specialty medication, there are 4 additional tiers on your summary of benefit of coverage that was attached to the invite and is going to be in the Darwinet system. You can review those additional tiers. Now, if you have questions as to where your particular prescription falls in the new plans, I can send you the pharmacy information. Just send me an email and I'll be happy to give you the information. Also, on the Blue Cross Blue Shield plans, aside from your preventative care being covered at 100%, so are preventative drugs, preventative prescriptions, and FDA-approved contraceptives. Those are all free without copays. The next plan we have here is your PPO 3000. So this is a high deductible health plan. This plan is You may open your HSA, so it's a high deductible health plan tied to an HSA. All services on this plan are going to be deductible first. If you go to your doctor's for a sick visit, your specialist, your urgent care, emergency room, and all non-preventative visits and medication are going to be subject to your deductible. On this plan, your deductible as an individual is $3,000 and as a family is $6,000. Now, if you meet that deductible in the plan year, that's when Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to start to pay towards services. They're going to pay 90% of costs and you're going to pay 10% until you reach that out-of-pocket maximum. Now, should you reach that out-of-pocket maximum as an individual or as a family, you will be covered at 100% for all visits. That includes prescriptions in a calendar year as long as you stay within the network. Now, your preventative care services, preventative labs, preventative drugs, and FDA-approved contraceptives are all going to be free before your deductible. So keep in mind with this plan, you can use your HSA dollars or you can open an HSA account. We'll get to that shortly on how that works. Any questions on these two plans? All right, we have two more plans to go over. Now, these two plans are in the Alliance Network. Today, it is known as Banner under Aetna. Starting in January under Blue Cross Blue Shield, it is called Alliance. So very similar to what you have today with Aetna. Same facilities, same doctors, Banner, Honor Health, a University Medical Center, Cardin's Children, all under the Alliance Network. Under the PPO network, which were the plans that we reviewed previously, you have all of those same facilities, plus you have the Mayo Clinic, plus you have Phoenix Children's. Somebody have a question? Okay, if you have a question, please let me know. I did have to mute because we had some background noise. So I'm going to go over these two plans. So the PPO 2500, that's the individual deductible. The family deductible is $5,000. If you meet that deductible in the calendar year, you're going to go into that co-insurance or cost share with Blue Cross. You're going to pay 30% of costs until you reach that $6,350 out-of-pocket maximum for an individual or $12,700 for the family. Again, all your co-pays, your co-insurance, your deductible, everything goes towards meeting that out-of-pocket maximum. Again, preventative care services, preventative drugs, preventative labs, those are all going to be covered at 100%, and so are FDA-approved contraceptives. Office visits on this plan, so you're talking about a sick visit, walk-in clinic, CVS, the Minute Clinic, those are going to be a $30 copay. Your specialists are going to be a $60 copay, and you can self-refer to specialists on all of the plans. Your urgent care is going to be $75 and emergency room is $250. Keep in mind, if you have to be admitted into the hospital during that emergency room visit, that $250 will more likely be waived, but you will start to pay towards your deductible. You also have the same copays as a previous plan. So for $10 for this generics, $35 for the brand name, $60 or $120 for the brand name non-preferred, and then you have 4 additional tiers for the specialty drugs. You also have mail order available with Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's a 90-day supply for 2 retail copays, so you save a little bit of money there. The next plan is the PPO 6500. This is again with the Alliance Network. 6500 being the individual deductible, 13,000 being the family deductible. If you should meet that deductible in a calendar year, you will be covered at 100% in network for all services and within that calendar year. Again, preventative care services, age-appropriate exams and lab work, FDA-approved contraceptives and preventative medications are all free without any out-of-pocket cost. Office visits, again, sick visits, walk-in clinics, going to be a $30 copay. Specialist or $65 copay. Your urgent care is a $75 copay, and your emergency room is a $250 copay. So on these two plans and the first plan we went over, for any of those diagnostic labs, again, as a reminder, you're going to pay the copay that's associated where the lab is done. And then pharmacy on this plan is exactly the same as the previous plan. For $10 for those generics, $35 for your brand name, $60 or $120 for your brand name non-preferred, and then you have 4 additional tiers under the specialty medication. Do we have any questions on these 4 plans? Any questions from anybody? Okay, we're going to move on. So next we're going to talk about your HSA or health savings account tied to that high deductible health plan. So the HSA account allows you to put away pre-tax dollars, lowering your taxable income, into a savings account that allows you to use those dollars for your medical, dental, and vision for yourself and any dependents. Any dollars in that HSA account you own. They're 100% yours. If you leave the company, you take it with you. You can continue to add money into that account as long as you continue to be enrolled in a high deductible health plan. You are being offered one here today. It's a $3,000 high deductible health plan. So to be eligible for your HSA account, number 1, you have to enroll in a high deductible health plan. Number 2, you cannot be covered under any other plan. So if you're on Access, TRICARE, spouses or domestic partners plan that has co-pays before deductible, you are exempt or excluded from being able to open an HSA account. If you are enrolled in any part of Medicare, that also excludes you from opening an HSA account. Now, you may be Medicare age and not enrolled in Medicare, which means you may open your HSA account and put your HSA dollars or your pre-tax dollars into that account. Also, you cannot be claimed as a dependent on another person's tax return. So keep those things in mind when you're reviewing the high deductible health plan and thinking about opening an HSA account. Also, as I stated earlier, the dollars that go into that account, that is your money. So every year the IRS sets limits for the 2021 plan year. It's $3,600 for an individual, $7,200 for the family. Under IRS rules, a family is considered 1 plus. It could be 1 plus a spouse, a domestic partner, a child, or an entire family. If you and a spouse or domestic partner are both enrolled in a high deductible health plan, combined you cannot exceed $7,200. Now, if you're 55 plus, you can add an additional $1,000, what they call the catch-up provision, making it $4,600 and $8,200. Any questions on the HSA or the high deductible health plan?
Hi, yes, I have a question. This is Keiko.
Hi.
Hi. So I just want to, I thought I read or understood, maybe this is what's different from last year. It looks like the funds in the account, it rolls over if you don't use all of it within the year. Is that correct? Is that what I'm reading here?
For HSA, that is 100% correct. For a health savings account,
Oh,
yes, it
for health
rolls
savings
over.
account. So, okay, so if you don't use all of the money that was put into it, it'll add to the next year's?
Yes, it'll just keep rolling over. Now, this is a HSA account, not to be confused with an FSA account. We'll go over that one next. So
Oh,
HSA
maybe
account,
that's.
in order to qualify for the HSA account, you have to enroll in a high deductible health plan, which is a non-copay plan. You pay deductible first. So yes, that money that you put in there from your pre-tax dollars can roll over year over year.
Can you use that the non-copay plan? Can you use these HSA funds to pay your copays?
Absolutely. Whatever costs are associated with that high deductible health plan, your doctor visits, your pharmacy, you can use those HSA dollars to pay for that. You can use it to pay for your dependents' medical, dental, and vision expenses as well.
Hmm. Can you use it for chiropractors and
Yes.
massage type
Yes.
therapies? Oh,
Yes,
oh.
anything your doctor writes you a script for, let's say you go to the doctor and the doctor recommends a Pilates class or a yoga class, and he's able or she is able to write you a script for that, then you can use those HSA dollars to pay for those services. As long as you have the script to back it up and you want to keep that on file in the event, the only person or entity that would audit would be the IRS. So that's the only one that you have to satisfy with those types of prescriptions from your doctors.
Okay, so like for massage therapy, I'd have to get a doctor's prescription.
Yes, a doctor's prescription.
Okay.
Yes.
Or chiropractor. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Good
Great.
questions. Anybody else?
Thanks.
Yes, can you clarify? So you said that this is a $3,000 health savings account. Can you clarify what that means? Is that meaning that that's being funded to
No,
$3,000?
that is your pre-tax dollars that you elect from your paycheck to go into this account.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
One more question. So, okay, I thought $3,000 was the deductible.
Right.
How much is going towards the gets put into the account
You elect that amount.
from your? Oh, we can elect up to whatever we
Up
want.
to $3,600 as an individual and up to $7,200
Oh,
employee plus.
okay, I see that. All right.
Any other questions? Okay. Next, we're going to go over the flexible spending account. So similar to the HSA, it is pre-tax dollars that you may elect to go into the Task Visa account here. So when you get your card, whatever amount you've elected is going to be front-loaded on here. The HSA, the money becomes available as it's deducted from your paycheck and transferred into that account. That's the HSA. The FSA, which is here on the screen, you get the card and whatever amount you've elected is front-loaded. So if you max it out at the $2,500, that is how much you have to use towards your medical, dental, vision services for you and your dependents. Also, you do not have to enroll in any of the plans offered here today in order to qualify for the flexible spending account. This may be used on its own, independently. So again, $2,500 is the max. There is a $500 maximum rollover into the following year. You do have to enroll every single year. It does not automatically renew, or you do not automatically enrolled. And again, you may use these dollars for prescriptions, for copays, for dental, for vision services for you and your dependents. Any questions on the flexible spending account?
Hi, yes, this is Keiko again. So the difference with this one and the other one is you don't have to belong to a plan. So you can do this, anybody can do
Anybody
this.
can sign up for this, yes.
And you put 25, you have to put 2,500 into the account.
Nope, maximum of.
And whatever you put into the card, you have to use, otherwise you lose it.
Yeah, and
by the
you
end
lose
of the
everything except for $500.
500. Okay. And it's the same rules apply as far as like prescription from the doctors for out of like other medical costs like chiropractor,
Yes,
massage,
this one is
whatever.
a little bit more strict in regards to utilization. You can use it for chiropractic visits because those will be copays associated with whatever that visit is. It's a little bit more strict and stringent in regards to Pilates and yoga and things of that nature. The HSA is a little bit more flexible when it comes to that.
Oh, okay. And shoot, I lost my thought. Can you use this to go towards copays?
Yes, you can use it towards your co-pays for doctor visits, pharmacy, for your vision, for your dental. Yes.
Pays, pharmacy, dental. Okay, great. Great. Okay. Are we going to get a copy of this slideshow?
It's being recorded. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to snap a picture of that last screen, but
This is also in your benefit guide that was in the attachments in the invite.
oh, great. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay. Blue Cross Blue Shield resources. So this speaks about your telemedicine. Today it's Teladoc with Aetna. Moving forward, January, it's called Blue Care Anywhere. Medical, counseling, and psychiatry services available at zero copay. And I would recommend once you get your ID card, you go to the Blue Care Anywhere website, enroll, and then download the app to your telephone so you have it ready to use anytime, 24/7, 365. The medical or consultations are diagnostic visits, so strep throat, pink eye, UTIs, cold, flus, things of that nature, anything that a doctor can diagnose so that you know the symptoms of. The doctor will write a script if necessary to the pharmacy that's closest to you. The counseling and the psychiatry services are also going to be at no copay. And then you keep that same counselor or psychiatry until those issues are resolved or they refer you out to a face-to-face counselor or psychiatrist. Any questions on the Blue Care Anywhere?
Hi, it's Keiko again. Is this in addition to our health plan, or is this just an option we can use?
This is tied to the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan. So if you're enrolled in any of the medical plans being offered, you have this service available with it.
Oh, if you're in the Blue Cross Blue Shield. Oh, with any of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Thanks.
going to go over your dental plan. So you have the same dental options that were available before. No changes to the plans or no changes to the premiums. So you have the two plans. So the first plan is called the PPO plan. So this plan gives you an annual maximum of $1,500 to utilize towards your dental services for you and every person enrolled in the plan. Additionally, you get another $1,000 per child to use towards child orthodontia, and that's a one-time lifetime benefit per child. Your preventative care services are going to be covered at 100%. So that's going to be your cleanings twice a year. And then if you have any of the medical conditions like coronary heart disease, hypertension, or are currently pregnant, you get an additional cleaning at no cost. And it is on the honor system, which means you just tell your dentist you qualify for that third cleaning, and they submit the claim to Delta Dental. Your basic services under this plan are going to be emergency services, cavities, and emergency extractions. That's going to be covered at 80%, and you're going to pay 20% of the cost. And when you utilize the basic services or the major services, you're going to be subject to a one-time deductible of $50 for an individual or $150 as a family, and you only pay that once during the calendar year. Major services, endodontics, periodontics, root canals, crowns, those are going to be your major services. It's going to be a 50-50 cost share. Once you've exhausted those $1,500 with Delta Dental on this plan, you pay 100% of all charges. The next plan is a DHMO plan. So on this plan, you do have to designate a dentist. You have to pick a dentist. You go onto the website, or if you don't pick a dentist, Delta Care USA is going to assign one to you based on your home zip code. At any time during the calendar year, you may change that provider, and each person enrolled in this plan may have a different provider. On this plan, you have your preventative care services covered at 100%, 2 cleanings a year. Additional cleanings are going to be $40. All other services are going to be based on the fee schedule. Now, there is no annual maximum on this plan, and there is no deductible on this plan. So this is a sample of this fee schedule that was also in the information that went out to everybody. You're going to find the diagnostic code or the dental code associated with your treatment, and that's going to be your out-of-pocket cost. It's not a benefit towards the service, that is your cost. For example, here on the screen, you'll see that the diagnostic codes, there's no cost associated with that. As you move through the guide, you'll see that there are some dollar figures associated with those dental codes. For orthodontics, adult orthodontics and child orthodontics are also covered here. So you'll find the treatment plan, and that's what you're going to be paying. So towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see D8090, comprehensive orthodontic treatment for an adult, is $2,100. So that's your out-of-pocket cost. As a reminder, you can use your HSA dollars and your FSA dollars to pay for the dental services. Any questions?
Do you know if you see a pediatrician, orthodont, dentist, if I have to get a referral from the assigned dentist?
Yes. So with the DHMO program, any treatment outside of that dental office will require a referral. And if you have to go to pediatrics, make sure your child is under 8 years old, because once a child turns 8, it's no longer considered pediatrics.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Information in regards to the Delta Dental website, you can go on there, register, and obtain a really good information. You can download the app to your telephone so you can find a provider, have your ID card, see how much of the benefit you have used. We have a question online. Jasmine, if you're on the line, if you can please advise how someone can find out what their balance is on the flexible spending account.
You guys can actually access your balance online. You guys do have access to a login portal. I can send that to you guys if you guys have questions. But that would be the best way for you guys to have access to your funds.
Can you write that in the chat box for everyone, please?
Yeah, I can provide the link, so I'll do that right now.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to go over the vision plan. So no changes to your iMed vision plan. Everything stays exactly the same. It's iMed using the Insight network. So when you go online to search for providers, make sure in the drop down you select Insight. So your exams available every 12 months at a $10 copay. Now this is the second year we're offering this particular plan. So your eye exam is going to be a full 12 months. So for example, if you went to get your eye exam on July 1st, 2020, you will have to wait until July 1st, 2021 or thereafter to schedule your exam. Your frames that are available every 12 months is a $120 allowance. Then you get a 20% discount anything over $120. And then your plastic single vision, bifocal or trifocal lenses, it's a $10 copay. Your contact lenses, also available every 12 months in lieu of the lenses for your glasses, is an $80 allowance and then 15% off the balance over $80. Medically necessary contact lenses are always going to be covered in full. And as a reminder, you can use your HSA or your FSA dollars to pay for these services.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, what defines medically necessary? Isn't it always necessary?
It has to be prescribed by a medical doctor. So it means you have to have a permanent contact lens versus conventional or disposable. So it's something associated with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Okay, I see. Thanks for clearing that.
All right, next we're going to go over the life insurance. Now the company does provide a $15,000 life and AD&D benefit for everyone. A new beneficiary form will be required, and I'll bring up the form here shortly that everyone needs to complete. So it was also in your packet. That went out to everyone. So this is the form. So MetLife Group Life Insurance has the company name. This is what you want to complete for the employer paid life insurance. So again, it's no cost to you. Complete this first section. You want to make sure to update your beneficiary information, and this needs to come back to us. This is one item other than your enrollment for medical, dental, vision. This is the other item that's needed by every single person. Okay, just make sure you complete it. You can complete it online and send it back to us. Then the voluntary life insurance, a couple of changes. It is moving to MetLife. If you have that voluntary life insurance today, please complete the voluntary life insurance plan or form. If you don't know how much you have, please let us know. We can tell you. If you know how much you have and you want to keep it exactly the same, just complete this section of the form. So this is what this form looks like. So it's MetLife enrollment change form, and you're going to put your personal information in here. And in this box, you're going to check it, and you're going to either write the amount that you have or say keep the same, and we'll know to continue that deduction. Also, your short-term and long-term disability are on this form as well. If you are already enrolled in the short-term and long-term disability, you can check those boxes and then write keep the same next to it. If you're enrolling for the first time, you want to also check the boxes. And up here, if you're enrolling your spouse and children in the life, you want to put the dollar amounts associated with the amount you want to cover them. And you want to check the box that says new enrollment. That's the way we'll know that you're enrolling for the first time. And then we can apply the deductions that based on the amount that you've selected. Okay, we're going to continue with the life insurance. So again, all employees working 20 plus hours are eligible. It is still 5 times your annual earnings up to $500,000. If you're newly eligible or enrolling for the first time, you have 5 times annual earnings up to $200,000. If you're enrolled today, you can increase in increments of $10,000 up to $100,000 if you are already enrolled today. If you've already maxed out your life insurance, which means you are at the $200,000 or above, you will continue with that same coverage. Nothing will change for you. For a spouse, the guarantee issue is $25,000. For children, $10,000. And also an enhanced benefit with this program, there is no benefit reduction. So as we age with the Unum plan, those benefits started to reduce. With the MetLife, it stays the same throughout the life of the policy. And short-term disability, again, moving to MetLife. Remember to complete that form that I brought up on the screen. The short-term disability starts after the 14th day. The benefit pays 60% of your pre-disability earnings. Now, starting with MetLife, your pre-disability earnings are now going to be your base wages, commissions, and any bonus are all going to be figured in your pre-disability earnings. Again, 60% of that, up to $1,000 a week. Benefit duration is 11 weeks, and then we'll go over the pre-existing condition limitation here shortly. Long-term disability, same thing, moving over to MetLife. So this benefit begins after the termination of the short-term disability or at the 90th day. Again, covers 60% of your pre-disability earnings, your base, bonus, and commission, up to $7,500 a month. This plan lasts until age 65 or normal Social Security retirement age. Now, this plan also has a pre-existing limitations. That is, if you're enrolled today in the short-term or long-term disability, more than likely you've already met that or satisfied that 12-month waiting period. If you're enrolling for the first time, there is a pre-X. So if you saw a provider, took medication, or were diagnosed with a condition 3 months before the effective date, and then for that same condition, you go out on leave in 2021, it will not be compensable, which means you will not be eligible for the funds. You'll have to wait 12 months for that. Okay. Any questions on the life or short-term and long-term disability? Okay. EAP program. So you have 2 EAP programs available to you. The first one is Support Link. All employees have access to this plan regardless of enrolled or not enrolled in any of the benefits. So you get 3 face-to-face visits per issue. It is 100% confidential. There is no reporting. No information comes back to us or your employer and asks questions about who is calling or why they are calling. There are also concierge services available on the portal. So once you go into that mysupportportal.com, the password is CVR, all lowercase, and you have a flyer that speaks about this. So if you have questions on how to access this page, please let us know. But on that website, you will find informational videos, self-help videos, a lot of information to help you navigate through these troubled times. So really good resources for you. Additionally, when theme parks reopen, there are discounts available there for theme parks, movie theaters, shopping, gift cards, things of that nature. So a lot of great services at no cost to you. The next EAP program is sponsored by the company. It's tied to the employer paid life insurance. It is with MetLife. And you have a lot of good services additional to the face-to-face consultations. You have 3 of those per incident for every person enrolled in every person in your household. Additionally, you get other services like will preparation, and this is simple will prep, grief counseling, funeral assistance. You also have travel assist. So the travel assist helps you in the event that you travel 100 miles from your home zip code. So if you travel into Mexico or somewhere else and it's 100 miles from your home zip code and you lose your visa, you need medical attention, this is a really good phone number to have in your phone or somewhere on you that you can access at any time in your language, and they will help you navigate and help you even come back in the US if you need to come back. So really good services available for everyone. All right, some exciting changes with MetLife.
Good morning. With Aflac, some exciting changes with Aflac. So we have a few additional offerings this year for you guys. And my name is Jose, and I'll be helping you guys with the supplemental part of it with the worksite products that we offer for the group, which is your voluntary piece. You get to pick and choose any of these plans that we're going to talk about, whatever fits your family needs. So this year we've improved the products. You might have had Aflac in the past. We definitely want to go over any existing coverage if you have a personal policy already. We do have 4 products that are phenomenal. One of them is the accident plan. This is the one you've seen on the commercials with the Aflac quacking duck. Pretty much everyone hears what the duck's saying. You know, it pays you cash if you get hurt. So technically what it does is if you get sick or hurt, or your dependent children or your spouse up to the age of 26, they're protected under the same family plan. And then you get to, you know, in case you have to pay out-of-pocket medicals, such as the copay or the deductible, any other medical expenses that are not associated with your major medical plan, Aflac is going to give you dollars back based on the treatments received. So an injury can happen on and off the job. Maybe you're working out, hiking, the kids are playing school, you know, after school program. Maybe dad's just, you know, climbing on the ladder. Something happens. It could be something minor, like, you know, a small cut, some kind of burn. You go to the urgent care, you pay your copay. Aflac is going to pay you based on those treatments received. So this year, what they've done is we've combined the best of the best on all the plans we had in the past, and these are all guaranteed issues. So the increases are phenomenal on the actual on the benefits. So the accident plan, the first benefit is the initial hospitalization. So there's an injury, you get admitted to a hospital bed. You're your dependent. There's not a shared benefit. They'll pay $1,250 for that first night in the hospital. So say you continue being admitted additional days, Aflac is going to continue to pay every night, you know, hospitalization that you're in, additional days, $200 for each day, plus any intensive care, any step down intensive care. If you go in for an MRI, it's $200. If you get picked up by an ambulance on the side of the highway, it's $400 coming back towards that ambulance benefit, $1,200 for airlifting. There's about 50 different benefits listed on here, but we're just going over the bigger ones. So say somebody gets treated for a major open back surgery, is between $5,000 to $10,000 for that. Depending on any major, you know, coma, paralysis, the more severe the treatment, the more they're going to pay. Ultimately, this is a protection plan that gives, you know, for you and your family. Heaven forbid somebody gets an injury. There's no lifetime maximum on these products because of, you know, it's as the event occurs. So if you have a very active family, or yourself, you're CrossFitting, you're working out, or you're, you know, doing some stunts on the weekend, things happen. It doesn't have to be a major event, but it does help with that. So we're very excited about the accident plan. This one gives you, the average is $17 a month for an individual, regardless of age on this one. If you have a family, it's about $45 a month. And we'll go over the individual coverage, single parent, 2-parent family, or just husband and spouse, or employee and spouse coverage. This also comes with an accidental death benefit of $50,000 built into it. So if you have the life insurance and this is an accidental death, a fatality is covered at $50,000. So this plan, if you have questions, please let me know. The next one is going to be our critical illness plan. And this one is very rich. That's the one that covers for any major heart attack, cardiac arrest, major organ transplant, kidney failure, bone marrow transplant, any type of stroke. And it includes cancer this year. So in the past, we've had 2 separate medical health-related benefits. One was specific to cancer, internal diagnosis, invasive, non-invasive, and skin cancer. These are all combined now. So they've got a very rich lump sum amount. The first time initial diagnosis, you get up to $30,000 that you can select, or $15,000 maximum for your spouse. Your children are automatically covered under this plan at no additional cost at 50% of your face maximum benefit. So say somebody who's 18 to 30 on average is going to pay around $7 to $9 on a monthly base for this plan. So, it's a very rich plan on 30,000. It's significant. You can scale it down to 15,000 if you feel more comfortable with that, and the price will come down. They are guaranteed issues. So if you had a medical history, you had a pre-existing event or ongoing maintenance chronic illness type, this is guaranteed issue. I recommend you look at this. There's a unit tobacco blended rate. So if you use tobacco in the last 12 months, it doesn't matter. It's not going to bump you or penalize you for it. So a very rich program. And then the last one that we look at for, in addition to what you're doing, whether you have the medical plan with the high deductible or the PPO, you're comfortable with whatever your copay and your out-of-pocket will be. But if you're planning and you want to consider this as an option, your hospitalization plan is going to pay for being sick or injured, and it's going to pay you $2,000 for sickness or accident per calendar year for your insurer, for anybody in the family that gets admitted. And that's, we don't coordinate. So if you have the accident and you give both of these plans, they're both going to pay. This will pay for being admitted for the admission of the hospital bed. The other one is going to be for the hospitalization due to injury. So if it's just a sickness, say a pneumonia, maternity, childbirth, and you get admitted, there's a $2,000 benefit coming back to you for that one. Any day that you're hospitalized for, under this new hospital plan, you get an additional $200 for the first 30 days. In intensive care, you also get $200 for the first 10 days. And then all of these combined pay each a $50 health screening benefit. They're separate from each other. They pay $50 each for the same wellness preventative care. So if you go once a year to get your annual physical, you go, get your lady wellness, you get tested, Aflac is going to pay $50 for each family member under this coverage. So it's $150 if you get all three of them. Another thing that we're talking, it's the guaranteed issue option. So again, if you had it in the past, had an event in the past, it doesn't penalize you. If you had the Aflac coverage, what we want to do is kind of make sure you have enough information to kind of go over and do a comparison of your current plan, help you out with any outstanding claims, and help you transition to the new plan if it's the right fit. The fourth plan we have, before I get into it, is the short-term disability. Now, you do have the other group plan on the MetLife. Our short-term disability is customizable, and it is a little bit different. You pay, the rates are pretty much, pretty similar, but you do get a little more flexibility. You can go scale it down, layer up if you want to, and then we can do a quicker payout. The other one is 14 days elimination for sickness or injury. On ours, it's immediately the day of an accident, and you can customize that up to 14 days after a sickness for 3 or 6 months of coverage. So the short-term disability is just your income protection after you've had the health event, and we'll help you with those rates if you want to look into those. All right, so those are the 4 plans.
A question, Jose. If they have the short-term disability with Aflac today, they don't have to do anything, correct?
Right, and correct. So if you've had the Aflac short-term disability, you don't have to do anything with that one. We just want to verify your coverage, kind of give you an update, remind you what you do have. If you've had a major increase on your pay this year, we want to maybe bump it up. There is an increase on your coverage. We can help you with that one. The sickness plans, the accident, the critical illness, and the hospital, those are brand new. So if you're transitioned from the old plan, we do have to fill out a form that effective 1/1 will take over with the new ones, so that you'll be covered through the end of the year, but your new coverage will start on January 1 with these new plans. We're very excited about this offer because we have looked into past ways to improve are offering through CBR for their clients. If you have any questions, if you need to, schedule a time, here's my information. Everyone will have that in the packet. Please give me a call. Shoot me a quick email. If you want to schedule, just go to my time trade. We'll have one, either myself or one of my agents. I'll walk you through your program and your options. It's a very simple, as we're going through the screen here. Leticia's, kind of showing you where it takes you, tells you where we're available, the dates that you might want to pick up, and then we'll get a notification and we'll call you. I just definitely need to know your direct contact, best cell phone number. But that's the Aflac offering. We are, we pay usually within 4 days. If you've gone to the website, you can direct deposit yourself. Aflac will direct deposit usually the same day once we receive the documentation. But if you have any questions on the Aflac, please let me know.
I have a question right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi. So I'm a little. So can you explain again or clarify how it's different from the regular? Like, how does it work with your regular health plan?
Okay.
PPOs.
Yeah, so
doesn't cover co-insurance or anything, does it? I mean.
No. So think of it like if you go through your medical, whatever medical plan, we don't coordinate. So you can have an HMO this year or PPO next year. It's your Aflac plan is yours, and it's just designed to pay when you or a loved one under your dependents get medical care due to an injury or due to a sickness. So those sicknesses, like I covered, major events, critical events, cancer. Injuries could happen, more often. Any type of injury, you're working out, the kid gets hurt, something like that. That makes you go to the urgent care. So when that takes place, Aflac pays cash benefits. It's an indemnity, so we know exactly what you're gonna get. They'll give the cash benefits back to you. So we don't pay the doctor, we don't pay the hospital the prescription. We pay directly back to you for incurring those receiving treatment. So it's a very unique offering. We've been around for a while, but a lot of people still like, you're gonna pay me cash for being sick or hurt. So yeah.
Well,
it's a very different. We don't coordinate with you medical. So if you pay your copay and Aflac sends you a couple $100 and you made your deductible or your copay was $100, you decide what to do with the extra $100. It doesn't matter. It's gonna help you offset those out-of-pocket dollars.
Okay, so you did mention something about health screenings, like it covers that, or like regular, like looked like the PPO plan, like the plans had 100% preventative care. So how does that?
All of the plans have free preventative, regardless of what plan you enroll in with Blue Cross Blue Shield. You have your preventative age-appropriate screenings covered at 100%.
So he mentioned something about like Aflac would cover $50 with health screenings.
Yes.
Going for
Jose,
your annual
can
physical.
explain how that works.
Yes, so a health screening is called a wellness. So you're right. Any of the Blue Cross plans are going to pay 100% for the preventative. So you just schedule it. You get one of those. The day of that event, all you need to do is let us know, fill out a wellness form, and send that back to Aflac with your name, the day that you received that you were seen by the doctor, and Aflac is going to send you a $50 wellness for yourself or for any insured, family member for that. So it's a very unique. It's just we want to make sure you stay, go out. And if you receive 50 or 100 or the 150 for the year, that's technically it's your money. It's just you can go for lunch that day on Aflac. It doesn't matter to us. You can go to a movie. I don't, a lot of people just, it's an encouragement. It's part of your benefit. It's built into it. So yeah.
So that's just that's an annual. So you go to the doctor, let's say they find something, or you have to get knee x-rays or whatever. It would cover those kinds of costs if you have to go get an MRI or knee x-ray.
Think of it as a sequence. There's only two reasons you're going to end up looking for medical attention. So it's either you're sick, not feeling well, or you're injured. So whatever triggers that. So if you have the accident, it's going to be due to injury. So once we go through that sequence, well, what happened? How'd you get hurt? And the doctor's going to say, okay, maybe she twisted her ankle. Let's see if we need an x-ray or, more severe, an MRI, or if you need appliances like, crutches or a walking boot or something. So that's an injury claim. If you're sick, that's a hospitalization, sickness related, maybe like a high fever, a pneumonia. We've had a lot of COVID patients this year. Critical events is much like, a critical is going to physically pull you out of the workforce. You major event, heart attack, stroke, coma, a cancer diagnosis, something like that. So those are more like big event, but they're so well rated, so you can kind of plan for those. So if you're looking like an accident, that would be more of an injury, and we can help you with that claim, walk you through that. There is no limit on that. If you're very active, like I said, you have 5 family members, everyone is covered. There's not a shared benefit, it's individually per claim that they'll be reviewing that. But I can help you with that. If you have a lot more questions, we can, please set the time, go into the link, and we'll do a one-on-one consult for each one.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about physical therapy, like if there was like ongoing, issues.
I'll send you guys. There's physical therapy treatments. There's additional. There's if it's physical therapy or if it's doctor visits. There's differences on those, but we can walk you through those. There's benefits for those.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, thank you. Great questions. Pass it back to you, Leticia.
Thank you so much, Jose. We're going to move on with the pet healthcare. So if your pet is enrolled today with the United Pet Care, there is an increase in the monthly premiums. I think it went up $1.40. So you do not need to re-enroll. If you want to terminate the plan, let us know. We'll terminate the plan. But this is for your pets, so it covers all breeds except for fish. Pre-X on the pets. Again, no breeds excluded, and the premium is based on how many pets that you have, how many covered pets. You do have to go to the website, unitedpetcare.com/CBR. You do have that information available in your packet as well, and the invite listed under additional benefits. So the flyer looks like this. And you can go directly to the website from here by clicking on this link at the bottom and just go directly, and it tells you how much it is per pet. So one pet to $11.66, then additional pets or more pets tells you what your monthly deductions are. Again, you do have to go to this website to enroll, and when you go to that website, you can also type in your zip code to see if any of the veterinarians that you currently utilize are already part of the program. Also, you have the Legal Shield and ID Shield. No change to this plan. If you're currently enrolled, you can continue as is. If you're looking to enroll for the first time, there is information in this packet as well. It's called, it's labeled Additional Benefit Offerings Packet. You do have to go to the website to enroll. The Legal Shield and ID Shield are separate, or you can enroll in both of them or separately. So the premiums are listed here. You can do it for yourself or your entire family. So the Legal Shield is a suite of attorneys that you have access to 24 hours, 7 days a week. They help with reviewing legal documents, litigation, discounts for any court appearances or divorces. And then the ID Shield helps protect against identity theft. They monitor your credit, make sure that no one's using your information in the web. And if you should become a victim of identity theft, they help in the restoration of your identity. And then next step. So open enrollment starts today. So those of you that have your link already for your Darwin Net or D2 system, this is where you go via your paycheck. If you already signed up and you already have that link, you're good to go. Use that same link. If you are not signed up, Jasmine will be sending everybody how to sign up, how to enroll in that. So you have that availability to go in and enroll in your medical, dental, vision, and AFLAC. Again, she'll be sending out that email later today. I'm going to resend this presentation with all the information that you already have in your inbox, in your invite. I'll be resending it for your review. What we need from you, we need you to go onto the Darwin system and enroll in medical, dental, vision, or waive those coverages. If you want to just waive them, and then the only thing that we need back from you is the employer paid life insurance form, which is this form. It is MetLife Group Health, Group Term Life. This is all we need back from you. If you're going to go in the system, waive all coverages or enroll, we need that plus this, and that's it. Okay, if you want to have a consultation with Jose, I recommend that you go onto the platform and set up a time via the link, or call him or email him. Very simple. If you want to have a consultation, a one-on-one with him, and go over the products, and you don't have anything today, complete this form, send it to him. Here is his email, and here is the time trade system where you go and set up your appointment. Okay, very simple to do. Any questions on anything we've covered today? If you want to take a look at what the premiums are and the per paycheck contributions, or how much you're going to be paying, in the invite is also the enrollment form, and you can take a look at it before you go into the D2 system to enroll. So if you want to use this as your worksheet, know which plans you want to do, how much you're going to contribute to your HSA, you can use this as your worksheet. Any questions?
How do we know if we have a login to the D2 system?
Jasmine?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
How do we know if we have a login for the D2 system?
I am going to be checking everybody right now just to make sure who's already has a login and who doesn't. Whoever doesn't have a login or doesn't appear to have a login, I will be sending an email. Do you currently go online to check your pay stubs?
Yes.
So
Is that
that's
the same as the hours?
That's the portal. No, not the hours to like clock in and out. It's like an actual portal where you go in and you view your pay stubs.
That's different than the email that you send with the pay stubs?
I'm going to be sending that email. So I will be checking for everybody, and whoever doesn't have a login, I will be sending the email to everybody so that they can register. And then once you're logged in, you'll be able to see your pay stubs, but also enrolled in these benefits.
Okay.
Any other questions on anything we've discussed today? Okay, please reach out to us if you have any questions. If you want to know if you're enrolled in life insurance, how much it is, please reach out to us. I will be sending, again, all of the information along with the YouTube link out to everybody that was on the invite. You can forward as needed. If somebody was not on there, they're a new employee, we don't have their email address, please forward the information to them along with the YouTube link. Any questions? All right. Have a fabulous day, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.